Hey Playas, how you doing? Welcome back to Playas Guide. Playas Guide on YouTube is now 1 year old since I started producing YouTube videos. So thank you so much to those of you who have watched these videos, who are watching this video, who've subscribed to the channel or liked the video or in any way commented or got involved with it, because it does take a lot of time out of my busy schedule that I have with my family and work and everything else that I'm trying to do with Playas Guide and other side projects that I'm working on to get a video out every Wednesday. So I'll tell you a little bit about Playas Guide and how it started, because if you look at all of the Playas Guide uploads, you'll see that there's some going back almost 4 years ago. Now what those are basically clips or some highlights from Playas Guide streaming. So how Playas Guide initially started out was my wife and I and a friend or two would go to a friend of ours' house once a year where he would hold a video game marathon to raise money for multiple sclerosis. So he would play NES games for 100 hours straight. And he obviously needed to get some sleep, so he would need some help from some of his friends. So we would, try to help out whenever we could. So when he decided he had had enough of this and wasn't going to keep doing these 100-hour marathons, we decided that we could take over. So the torch was passed to us, and then we started up Playas Guide. So when we thought of the name Playas Guide, we wanted to come up with a name that was fun and retro gamers would get, because we were going to do this marathon and we were going to do it for multiple years, and then we were going to do some other streams. But the idea was that it wasn't always going to be me streaming, and it wasn't for the longest time, and we carried on that marathon for 4 years. We may still do a fifth, but it won't be consecutive, unfortunately. So what happened in my life was I, changed jobs. I got busy with just different things going on, and I had a son. So that eventually got me really busy, and I wasn't able to stream as often. And the friends that I had that would stream on Playas Guide with me, they weren't around as much. They're busy too. So it came to a point where I was like, what am I doing here with Playas Guide? Should I just let it die? Because becoming the hobby streamer that I was, it was just kind of random streams whenever. And then if I was streaming, well, maybe my son was sleeping and he was an itty bitty baby and he woke up crying. It's like, well, I'm 25 minutes into a stream and it's done. And, I tried coming back one time, like a half hour later, after I kind of shushed him and he went back to sleep, and everybody was gone and had left the stream, so it just wasn't working out. So I came up with this idea to see if other people who had similar situations would be interested in streaming on Playas Guide, and there are people like that out there. So we've kind of combined forces and made continuous daily content on Twitch. So if you're not following Playas Guide on Twitch, please check us out. We got OASRIM Gaming, we got At Home Dad Gamer, and we got D-Pad Danny, and we're still looking to recruit, a few more streamers so that there's a stream every day, and we're bringing you high quality retro gaming content. So where does YouTube fit into all this? Well, I looked at a lot of other streamers who didn't have consistent schedules or didn't stream 4 or 5 days a week or 6 days a week. It wasn't their full-time gig. And what a lot of them were doing was they either had like a YouTube or, some other traffic source where people were familiar with them and their content and could come join them on stream. So I was thinking, I've always thought about doing a YouTube channel and having, the time to just kind of shoot and then edit and then shoot again and then edit it in and, work on a project, whenever I have the time available, as opposed to trying to maintain a strict stream schedule that could be broken up, would be more accommodating to my lifestyle and what I'm doing. So I decided to start a YouTube. And I also hope that maybe some of the people from YouTube would come over and find me on Twitch and come hang out there too. So all of these things have happened, and that's the reason I started YouTube. Now, when starting out on YouTube, I didn't know what I was going to do. I figured that when I go to YouTube, I'm usually looking for information or how to, or looking, maybe for some interesting games that I haven't heard of, hidden gems or whatever you want to call them. So I decided with Playas Guide, that's what I'm going to do. There's a lot of other different styles of videos that people do where they go game hunting, or they do pickups or unboxings or a game review. So, I mean, if you guys want to see that, if there's something I'm not doing that you would be interested in seeing, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm making these videos to share with people. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to do information-based videos, so that there's a takeaway for the viewer after watching every video. So a lot of the things that I talk about, I'm usually talking off the top of my head. I'll jot down a couple notes. I don't like to write out a script, because when I started out doing this YouTube stuff a year ago, and you can go back and watch like the Tengen video, that was scripted and I was reading off a piece of paper, and it just didn't have the nice flow, and it was me, but it wasn't as authentic me as you could be getting on screen. And also, it required more editing, because I do sometimes stutter over words, or lose place with what I was reading on a script. So if I just talk to you, then I could cut between scenes or do whatever, and it just has a nice flow to it. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is information based on experiences and just knowledge that I have in my head. I do some research, and if I do get stuff wrong, because maybe my memory is not serving me correctly, please correct me in the comments below, but please try to source wherever you got your information from, so that I can see, this information and be properly corrected. And I really appreciate that. So yeah, I guess in this video, the real takeaway is, this is what I'm doing, this is how I got started, and just thank you to everybody who has supported the channel in any way. Just watching that one video with your view, I appreciate it. If I didn't want views, I wouldn't be making videos. So tell me what it is you would like to see, things that I could do better. I'm open to constructive criticism, and that's what I'm gonna do. Give the people what they want. Give the viewers who have been watching my videos and helping the Playas Guide community grow the things that they want to see. So yes, a lot of my videos are basically talking about collecting, and I've broken it up to Playas Guide episodes, which are episodes where I talk about a certain style of game or a game series, and what games I'd like or dislike. Usually I try to talk about stuff that I do like, and then talk a little bit about, how hard it is to come by, or maybe if it's an expensive game or not. So that's it. That's this episode. It's kind of a channel update, but I don't really want to call it that, because I don't want to be doing updates that sort of, I'm just creating content for the sake of creating content. I want to create consistent quality content that is consistently improving, and make this channel just a better place. If you're interested in retro games, and you're interested in YouTube or Twitch or any of these things, I'm going to link below the Playas Guide Discord. So if you have your own channel, or you're interested in just talking with like-minded people, we have a great community on the Playas Guide Discord. Please join us. We'd love to hear from you and converse with other people. It's not the largest community out there, but it's slowly growing, and at the pace we're growing, it's really good, because we got a lot of really great people who are having a lot of fun talking about different video games and sharing their opinions and nostalgic memories, as well as a lot of great content creators on there who are able to share their content. And, we can all share the content together and check it out. Also, check out Playas Guide on Twitch. I know I talked about that, so hopefully I was able to perk a little bit of interest in that if you're not already following us over there. And then there's all the other places you can follow Playas Guide too, like Twitter and Instagram. There's always something to tweet about or shoot off a picture of some games or something on Instagram. That's it for this episode of Playas Guide. Thank you so much to all of you who have been watching Playas Guide and supported the channel by subscribing. Keep it retro.